Maybe her 8th speech she's giving. Her title is Forgiveness, Giving Others a Second Chance. Project 10 is Inspire Your Audience. Cheryl's objectives are to inspire the audience by appealing to noble motives and challenging the audience to achieve a higher level of beliefs or achievement. Appeal to the audience needs and emotions using stories, anecdotes, and quantitative ad drama. That's wrong. Avoid using notes. And additionally, Cheryl, she wants to convince her audience that forgiveness is your only option. Please help me welcome Cheryl.
Thank you very much.
Messed up the introduction word there.
Forgiveness. We want to forgive. What is forgiveness? Forgiveness generally is a decision to let resentment and thoughts of revenge go. The act that hurt you or offended you might always remain with you for remain a part of your life. But forgiveness can lessen its grip on you and help you to focus on the other positive things in your life. What are the benefits for forgiving someone? Forgiveness will give you the opportunity to have compassion, express compassion, kindness, and to forgive can lead to healthier relationships, greater spiritual and psychological well-being, less anxiety and health and hostility, lower blood pressure. The benefits go on and on of forgiveness. Has anybody here ever been hurt by someone else and has been put in the position where you have to forgive? Have you ever felt some resentment towards anyone that has wronged you, or you believe that they have wronged you? Do I have anybody that's happened to? Those of you who have not, that's a great position to be in. But at some point in your life, someone is going to cause some hurt that you're going to feel, and you're going to be put in a position where you're going to have to decide to forgive or not to forgive. And when you forgive, the forgiveness is not about that other person that wronged you. That forgiveness is about you. It's totally about you. And that grip that toxin has on you, it's like a toxin on your system, emotionally, mentally, and it can even cause down the road physical harm to you when you hang on to something that maybe happened 5, 6, I've known people 5, 6, 7 years into a grudge that they haven't let go of. And who is that hurting? It's hurting them. It's not hurting the individual that wronged you. It's all about you. So you have to dig deep and find a way to forgive someone else. I had something that happened in my life when my parents died in 2002. My sister was the executor for our small estate. She had the responsibility for approximately 3 years. During that 3 years, the house my parents had lived in for 20 plus years, was facing foreclosure due to refinancing of the house later before my parents died to pay off some debts that one of the family members had incurred, and my mother felt compelled to refinance the house and get monies to pay off this debt. So the house was in foreclosure. We were about to lose it. They were going to take the home back. My sister Sandra had control of them. She had the power. She had control of the house and that. I was second in line to take over that responsibility. The siblings, some of them got together, collectively had a meeting, and decided that it's time for Cheryl to be head of the helm and to settle the estate and get everybody something, some of their inheritance. So I reluctantly took on the responsibilities of doing that. And I was into it for probably, it took me less than a year. Yes, it did go to foreclosure. It went to an auction, the county auction, county courthouse. Someone bought the home. This saddened the family. Well, Cheryl, she only had According to Michigan state law, she had 6 months to reclaim the house. So my task was to get busy very quickly in order to make that happen. And after doing this, I got the house sold, got it ready for sale, got it sold. Short time later, I was served with papers by the sister that had had control of the executorship for 3 years. Served me with papers to sue me. What was it about? I think it was a combination of things. There was some greed, there was some selfishness, there was some vying for rivalry between two siblings, the oldest, the second oldest, the golden child, the bad girl. Did I want to be the bad girl sometimes growing up? Yes, I did. Was I the bad girl? No, I wasn't. I was the pleaser girl. So the bad girl has always competed with me. And it took me a while, just recently, over the last 2 or 3 years, to figure out why does my sister dislike me or always want to challenge me on everything that I do or say. And I thought, well, you know, looking back over our history growing up, our parents set it up that way. They always say, we want you to be more like Cheryl. Cheryl doesn't cause us any problems. Cheryl doesn't talk back to us. Cheryl doesn't do this, and Cheryl doesn't do that. The list of the golden girl goes on and on. So I got to the place where I didn't want to do anything that was going to upset that balance of my parents thinking I was the golden child. Not that I didn't have thoughts and want to do some of the things that the rebel sister did, the bad sister. So I had to go along with her to babysit. So her suing me was very painful. That's not a value system that we had growing up. Our parents taught us a solid foundation of kindness. Forgiveness was not always at the top of their list, but unless it was in the core family unit. Outside of the core family unit, it was, my dad had a history of being a little too above his siblings. And I think that started from one of the stories he told me at an early age, that he protected mom when the siblings talked back or disrespected mother. So when they hurt Dad would hold grudges. All the cousins that we used to go and visit on a regular basis, you know, they come to our house, we go to their house. We dress up on Sundays, go to church for Sunday school. Now all of a sudden, those family members that came by for mom's soul food cooking on Sunday that she started early in the morning before we left, all of a sudden, all of that went away. And as a small child, we wondered, what happened? Why can't my cousins come over anymore? There's a sadness that just kind of, and you ask, and the parents really have no explanation other than, we're not talking to Uncle so-and-so and Aunt so-and-so right now. So that stuck with me. Those grudge holding and all that time, and now what I call it is people burning daylight. And what does that mean? You're wasting time. Don't waste time. We have so little of it. It's so precious. Don't burn daylight. So today, I have learned the fine art of forgiving. And I like to pass that on to others so that they understand that it's about you, not about them. My husband and I have been having this conversation a lot recently. And that has brought me to the topic for my speech today. My husband has been holding on to some old resentments. He's still hanging on to the fact that my sister filed a lawsuit against me, which she lost. Okay, they didn't even get to court. I had documented things so well. I'm one of those people who's very detailed. I had a notebook like this, things in vinyl jackets, all the receipts, who met, who was at the meeting, what decisions were made. So my attorney just says, Cheryl, bring your notebooks. We'll be fine. Met with her attorney, met with my attorney. Pulled out my notebooks, what that my attorney told me to do. Her attorney looked it over, found a couple of little minor, very minor things. So he says, I'm going to go back and talk to your sister. You girls need to kiss and make up. Was I able to do that? Yes, I was. Now, is my sister still part of my core intimate circle in terms of doing things with and being active with? No, she's not. We got away from doing that. Did I forgive her? Yes, I did. You have the choice to decide to forgive others and to give them a second chance. And forgiving them frees you from that prison you put yourself in. Forgive others, give them a second chance.